All right, there we go. So we're recording. I'm going to lower my thing just a little bit and we'll get started. What did y'all think last week about turned around backwards versus doing it mirror image? Do you have a preference?
I like the image best.
You like mirror image best? Miss Gwen, you said either way last week.
It doesn't matter.
Miss Betty?
I liked it better the way we were doing it last week, but I'm fine with either way you choose.
Okay. All right. Well, I figured y'all would be split, so it'd make my all right, let me get my camera right. We'll start off with our warm-up just like we always do. Walking around, opening and closing our hands, just getting our bodies warmed up. This right here is what I call a fall hazard. This is what dogs will do to you. They'll get right up under your feet and give you something to trip over. I find it hilarious that there's this whole house that he can be in and he has to be right where I want to be. His name is Pitch. He's called Pitch because he's black. So he's pitch black. And my daughter named him that. And so my son gave him the middle name Mahomes. So he's Pitch Mahomes. And if you know Patrick Mahomes, he's a quarterback. I think he's for the 49ers. Maybe. I'm not sure. You may hear my clock. My clock goes off every 15 minutes. Y'all say something?
It's Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, is that the same colors as the 49ers?
I think they got the same.
Okay.
No, it's red and white for the Chiefs. It's red and white for the Chiefs. It's red and gold for San Francisco.
Oh well, I was in the same color family. You want to know what my favorite team is? It's the team my kid plays on. So beyond the team my kid plays on, I'm not 100% sure about it.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Pitch, can I get you to move over here? Can I get you to move over? Hey, here, come here. Here, let me slide you over. Can I get you to move up here? All right, there you go. Lay down. Lay down, buddy. All right, let's see if he'll lay down. You are a precious puppy. All right, let's start off with our neck. Let's think about our body structure in that our feet are about shoulder width apart and our weight's on both feet. We have that good posture where it's like a string that pulls up and down at the same time with our relaxed shoulders so that we're not holding any tension. We're going to start with, like I said, our neck. We're going to bring our hands up, palms down towards our chin and chest. Push away from our body and follow those hands all the way down. Chin towards our chest. Come back up. Push away and follow our hands all the way down. One last time. I told my boss this wouldn't be any problem. All Pitch was going to do was sleep. All right, our other neck exercise, we drop one hand and we follow this one to the side as we look towards our shoulder, back to the front, switch hands. Ooh, my neck's a little bit tender. Don't I say that every week when I go to that side? I say, oh, Lord, this is the exercise that always tells my tension, and it's usually in my neck, no matter how much stretching I do. Do one more on each side. Back to the front. Now let's roll our shoulders. We start by rolling forward. and then roll back. Ooh, that feels good. That's like a little massage we give ourselves. And I try to stay small circles, like about the size of a quarter, but I think a little bit bigger just does it good. So you know to listen to your body and do what feels right to you. Now let's do our big circles with our hands come up and we push down in front of us. So this is a good one to practice that breathing as we inhale as we come up and then exhale as we push down. One more. Now let's grab our ball and separate our hands, stretching our spine. One hand goes up, the other pushes down. Come back to our ball and switch. Oh, just stretching all those muscles in that spine. This is cracking me up, y'all. You're just trying to learn Tai Chi, huh, buddy? He's trying to figure out what I'm doing. Stretching that spine. Coming back to our ball, and now let's take it side to side. Going on a little short trip, staying within our frame. We're not going too far. If we were to go way over here, it would start possibly hurting our back and even our knee. It was just a small little trip side to side. Sometimes we think if we do everything small, then it's not enough. And so that's not the case here. Just warming up that spine. Come back to center. Now let's go to our lower body where we shift our weight to one leg, heel forward, hands back, pause in the middle, toe back, hands forward. Come back to center. This time we're going to shift weight. Sometimes we stay on that one leg to test our endurance. And then this way we work on our weight shifting. We have more experience shifting our weight side to side. Keeping those bodies upright. That leg that has our weight, you might have a little soft bend there, and that helps absorb the weight, helps you lower your center of gravity. It makes it a little easier for you to balance. If you need help with balance, you can skip the hand part and use a chair to hold on to as you do your leg swings. Let's do one more on each side. Now let's shift our weight side to side as our hands go in the direction of the weight shift. And then if we feel comfortable tapping that foot out, back to center, switching and shifting weight to the other leg. So even if you don't tap it out, it's the weight shifting that's important to help strengthen our stabilizer muscles. Let's do one more on each side. Now for our knees, I have a loose fist by my hips. We're going to shift our weight to one leg, tapping that foot out, and punch opposite hand, bringing the foot back, shift, lift and tap and punch, bring it back. So of course, everything we do is slow, smooth, and continuous. This camera angle makes me look like a giant in my house. Looks like my furniture is real small and I'm real big. All right, now let's step forward, shift the weight to that front foot, keeping that back foot on the ground, bring it back, feet side by side, shift, lift, or no, we're stepping out. Y'all excuse me, I'm a little out of sorts, not being in my regular environment. Very good. Now for our ankles, shift the weight to one leg and then heel, toe, heel, toe. Just working on that flexibility of our ankle, which is so important in helping with our balance. Shift the weight to the other leg, heel, toe, heel, toe. Shift, big toe, little toe, side to side. Shift, little toe, big toe. Another thing is my house is a lot more quiet than my office. So that's kind of odd to hear a very, very quiet environment. All right, so that's our warm-ups. And now we get to experience our basic 6 movements. I'll scooch over this way because the first way we'll do it is to our left. And so I can do it mirror image as well as turning around. We can experience it both ways. Getting my body structure right, getting my breathing in check. Sometimes when we're doing something different or difficult, challenging, using our brain, we forget to breathe. And so just as a reminder to check in and make sure you're taking those nice deep breaths. Let's commence. Bring those hands up and down, shift right. Bring those hands up, step left, shift left, take those hands out, foot forward, hands come back, open and close. Single whip, shift left, step right, push, turn, separate. Following that left hand, shift left, and those hands down, and waving hands in clouds. Step right, change hands, shift and turn, step and switch, shift and turn, step and switch, shift and turn, step and switch, shift and turn. Let's do one more because I'm not sure if that's 3 or not. To the middle for open and close. Single whip, shift right, step left, push, turn, separate. Following that right hand, shift right, bring that left foot and hand back, waving hands in clouds. Step left, switch, turn left. Step and switch, shift and turn. 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 To the middle for open and close. And close it out. So with our basic 6, we go to the right first and then to the left. And in our advanced 6, we go to the left first and then to the right. So if that in any way helps you remember, then just know you start going one way when we do our basic 6, and then the opposite way when we do our advanced 6. So let's do it again without talking through, just saying the words of the movements. And commence. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. And close it out. Now let's do it a couple times without any talking. And commence. Open and close. Oops, sorry. Every time I do the Tai Chi without talking, I just feel a sense of calmness over me. And so I hope you experience that too, because that's what Tai Chi is intended to be, a calming experience, slowing down and just not being in a hurry. And Lord knows we're forced to have stress and be in a hurry so many times. So we want to be able to enjoy slowing down. Well, let's do it one more time, and then we're going to do it a few times turned around. Here we go, and commence. just always keep in mind that even though you know the movements, you can experience them different ways through our principles and focusing on weight transfer or slow, smooth, continuous or gentle resistance. And it's just a different way of doing the movements. So it's not just about, oh, I already know that, I don't want to do that, I'm ready to move on. Sometimes just going back to what you know and what you're familiar with and be able to move without thinking gives you a different experience. So I never want to just rush through our basic movements because we can get those benefits from it, especially as we learn it. So I'm going to turn around and we're going to do it a couple of times from that viewpoint. Hopefully you can hear me. I know whenever I do it at the office, there's a wall behind me and that helps with the audio. Obviously I have a wall behind me, but the room is just a little different. So I'll just speak up louder to make sure that you can hear me. So whenever we do it back turned, remember we go to the right first and then we go to the left. All right, so let's practice our basic 6. And let me make sure y'all can see me. Okay, and commence. Very good. Y'all did great. I saw from the eyes with the back of my head. Let's do it one more time. And then we'll move to our advanced movement. So basic 6, here we go. And commence. Very good. So we get to experience it different ways. So let me get my water. What did I put it? Oh, here it is. Sorry about that. Normally I have it right beside me on that table. All right. Do y'all have any questions about our basic six? I think you're good on our basic six. Just want to make sure nothing has come up. Good. Okay. All right. So moving to our advanced six. So remember, whenever we did, like I said a while ago, we did our basic six and we go to the right first and then we go to the left. And in our advanced six, we go to the left first and then to the right. You hear me hesitating because I have to do backwards whenever I do mirror image. So whenever we start, we're coming from open and close. When we do our basic six and end with basic six, we close it out. But whenever we don't close it out, we're coming from here. So our hands are here. And we are going to go to our left. And we're going to shift left and turn our right toe. And when we turn that right toe, we extend our right hand out and our left hand comes and protects our elbow. So we go from here to here. And that's what I call lay hands. So the right foot, whenever it turns towards the left, to always think of that as an arrow that's saying, hey, we're going that way. So we shift. We shift right, we shift left and right toe in. I think I said that right. We shift left and right toe in, or right toe points towards the left, the direction that we're going. So shift left, right toe in, lay hands. Shift to that right foot, separate, bring that left foot back. Okay, so we have shift left, right toe in, lay hands, shift right, separate our hands, bring that left foot back. And that's preparing to step with that left foot as we go towards the left. Then we're going to shift the weight to that left foot as we bring our right hand around, just like we're throwing a pitch. And when we get to the end of that movement, I follow step. So I follow step with the right foot. And that follow step foot, no, all through this movement, follow step foot means no weight on that foot. The foot is grounded, the heel's close to the ground, only a piece of paper could fit there. But that grounds us in the movement versus if my heel were up, it automatically starts pulling my body forward, which is not what we're going for. We want to be grounded in our movement. So yesterday in class, I told them that follow step foot, boom, is kind of like a period at the end of the sentence. So as we go through our movements, when we have a follow step, that's the period, that's the end of that movement. And then we do the next thing, shift, and then when we follow step, that's the period to the end of that movement. So that was helpful to them. So that may be helpful for you to think about a follow step as a period. And we know that follow step foot doesn't get weight because it's the next foot that we step with. And in general, our advanced six movements go forward and back. So we do something forward, then we do something back, then we do something forward, forward, back, forward. So we have that kind of I think of it as like sing-songy movement where we're front and back. Those are just some general information about our movements. And then also, when we throw that pitch, we throw our pitch the first time as we go to the left, and we throw the pitch with our right hand. So if you're right-handed, then this way probably feels more natural to you. When we go into our brush knee movement to the left or to the right, and we throw that pitch with our left hand, then if you're left-handed, that way probably feels more natural for you. So with that said, what's in the air in front of me? That's what I consider the front of the room. And so the hand that's closest to the front of the room is the one that does the pitching. It's also the one that does the punching. So when we go to the left first, our right hand pitches and our right hand punches. And whenever we go through and do our movements the other direction to the right, we throw the pitch with our left hand and we deliver our punch with our left hand. So the pitch and the punch hand or arm is the one that's in the front of the room. That may be helpful for you in terms of remembering if you're on the right hand going in what direction. So that hand that's in the front is the one doing the pitching and doing the punching. Other side, pitching, punching. All right, so let's do that brush knee movement again, where we shift left, right toe in, lay hands. Shift right, bring that left foot back and separate. Step left, shift as I throw the pitch with my right hand and follow step right. There's that period on that movement. So that's our brush knee. Now we have play the loop. So we're going to step back with that right foot and we're going to turn our hands. And so when I say turn my hands, I'm going from here to here. Because what I want is my hands to pass each other where my palms pass. And then I'm going to come to that elbow. So I threw the pitch, turned my hands, and then my hands are going to pass until I get my right hand to that left elbow. And that's the arm movement of play the lute. So I've just thrown my pitch, play the lute, step back right, turn hands, shift my weight to that right foot as my hands pass. And when I get to that elbow, I follow step left. Remember, that's the period, that's the end of that movement. So let's do those together. Brush knee and play the loop. And brush knee. Play the loop. Are y'all good with those? Brush knee. Play the loop. So now I've just follow stepped with my left foot. That's that period at the end of that movement. Now I'm going to parry and punch. So I step left. And when I step left, I flip my hands. So I'm going from here where my hands are upright to turn, to flip them like that. And then my hands are going to pass again till I get to the elbow. Then I'm going to flip and my hands are going to pass again till I get to the elbow. And the hand that's extended, I'm going to extend it up just like a putting up a guard, putting up a shield. And then my right hand is going to come back and deliver that punch, or my wrist are right there connected. So I'm not hammering down. I'm holding up my shield and I'm punching, boom, right over top of it. Or you know, deliver the flowers. So it's here. So I'll just say deliver. So you can deliver the punch or you can deliver the flowers. Nonetheless, it is play the loop. Now let's parry punch. So step left, flip, shift as those hands parry. Step right and flip, shift as those hands parry. Step left as I put up that guard. Come back as I get ready to deliver. Shift left as I deliver. And when I get to the end of that movement, I put a period. Boom. Follow step right. Let's go back and go over that several times. So we have play the loop here. So we're going to step left, flip, shift and parry. Step right, flip, shift and parry. Step left, put up the guard, grab our flowers, shift as we deliver, and follow step right. So when we think about what we're doing with our feet, it's step left, shift, step right, shift, step left, shift, follow step. So 4 steps in the parry, parry, and punch. So I like to talk myself through it like that and go parry, parry, and punch or deliver. So parry, the parry is that movement, the movement with the hand. That's what's called a parry. To me, it reminds me of putting on gloves, those long, fancy white gloves, the parry. Of course, they wouldn't come on that easy, would they? We'd have to struggle with our little fingers, making sure they're not going 2 fingers to a hole. But that's the parry movement. That's what it's like. It's our hands passing each other and coming to that elbow, flipping, hands passing each other and coming to the elbow. So that's our parry, and the parry happens as we shift weight. So often we have a weight shift with a hand movement, and it goes in the same direction. So once you learn the movement, you can get a feel for the weight shift to go with the movement. All right, so we have play the loop. So we're here. No weights on that left foot. We just put a period at the end of our play the loop. So let's parry, parry, and punch. So step left and flip, shift and parry. Step right and flip, shift and parry. Step left, put up our guard, shift as we deliver, and follow step right. Parry, parry, and punch. So let's call it out like that. Here. Parry, parry, and punch. So once we get through these movements, we're home free with block and close and push the tiger. Let's practice these 3 movements several times. Brush knee, shift, turn, lay hands, shift, repair, step. Shift as I throw that pitch, follow step. Play the loop, step, shift, follow step. Parry, punch, step, parry, step, parry, and deliver, follow step. Parry, parry, and punch. Again, brush knee. Play the loop. Parry and punch. Block and close. Oh, I got ahead of y'all. We've done this before. Let's finish it out. Step, push the tiger, follow step. Now come to the front. Step, shift, and open and close. I was all in the moment of block and close. Let's practice those first ones again to parry punch. Brush knee. Play the loop. Parry. Parry. And punch. One more time. And brush knee. Play the loop. Parry, parry, and punch. So we just follow stepped with that right foot. So that means we're going to do something with the right foot. We're going to step. We just went forward. So what are we going to do now? We're going to go back. Because that's how it goes with our movements. We do something forward. We do something back. We do something forward, forward. And now we're here ready to do something back. And then we'll go forward, right? So if you think about those movements, hey, what did I just do? What's next? Okay, I just came back. Now I've got to go forward. Go do something forward. So that can be helpful in you remembering what's next. So we deliver the punch. So we're going to step back with our right foot. And when we do, we're going to separate those hands and come down about our hips as we shift the weight. Then we're going to follow step left. So these are our home free movements because they're not as involved as those first three. So it's step back right, separate our hands, come back down to our hips, and follow step left. So that's block and close. Because it's like a fight, remember that's like somebody's coming at you, and so you're backing up away so they don't hit you. So now we're going to go forward. We just follow step with that left foot. So we're going to step left. Shift as we extend those arms out and follow step right. So as a closer view, we had our hands, of course, here from the parry, parry, and punch. When we did block and close, we separated our hands, come back about down at our hips. And then we push as we push the tiger. So whenever we push the tiger, as in all of our Tai Chi movements, we keep a soft bend. We don't fully extend and lock our arms. It's extend out, but we don't lock. So it's push the tiger up the mountain. So bend, parry, punch. Okay, block and close. Step back right, separate our hands, shift, have those hands down by our hips, follow step left. Push the tiger. Step left, push as we extend those arms, follow step right. Now we're ready to go back to the front. So we step our right foot to the front, shift, we start bringing our hands around, we bring our left foot to the front, turn our hands facing each other, and open and close. Let's do all of those from brush knee. Brush knee. Play the loop. parry, and punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger to the front. Open and close. Close it out. Okay. And again. Brush knee. Play the loop. Parry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger to the front. Open and close. Close it out. One more time, then we're going to connect it to our basic 6. Brush knee. Play the loop. Parry, parry, and punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger to the front. Open and close. Close it out. How are those advanced movements? They're more challenging, right?
Yeah.
I love them because it's almost like a dance. So if you've ever learned, if you've ever done any kind of dancing, normally I'm really terrible at dancing. So that's because a lot of the dances are really fast. So I'm good with the slower dance. But because the advanced movements go forward and back and forward and back and forward, and then of course to the front for open and close, because there's that back and forth motion to the advanced 6 movements. I just think it's it kind of rocks you, like if you're in a rocking chair, and it's very soothing to me. Now, first you got to learn the movements to be able to find it soothing, or else it may be a little stressful because you're thinking about what's next. So it just takes practice, just like when you learned basic 6. Now you know it, now you're more comfortable. But in the beginning, you thought, oh gosh, after commencement, you didn't know if you'd get commencement good, but now you are doing so well with that. So let's do our basic 6 tied with those advanced 6 to that first direction, which is to our left. Okay, here we go from the top and commence. Open and close. Commence. I mean, single. Lord, what's wrong with me? Waving hands and clouds. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. Oh, shoot. So now we're ready to do our advanced movements, right? All right. So, you know, it has got me out of sorts being at my house doing this. And that dog behind me breathing is got my mind to make sure he's okay and that I'm not stepping on him. Isn't it funny how our brains like get consumed with thought even in our silence, and it just can throw us all off, doesn't it? All right, let's do our basic or our advanced 6. We're starting with brush knee to the left. Play the loop. Parry punch. Block and close. Push the tiger to the front. Open and close. Let me redeem myself. Let's do our basic 6 and advanced 6 together. And commence. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open and close. Brush knee. Play the loop. Parry and punch. Block and close. Push the tiger to the front. Open and close. And close it out. So I want to go over the advance one last time before we cool down. Next,
My video.
do what? Ma'am?
My video stopped.
I saw that. I saw it black out. I don't know why, but yours was the only one.
Too.
Oh, yours blacked out too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's.
Mine blanked out just temporarily, but it came back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just love technology. Technology is just wonderful. Let's do our advanced 6 to the left, and then we'll cool down. And brush knee. Play the loop. Carry and punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger to the front. And open and close. Close it out. Let's give ourselves a good fist massage. And hopefully it recorded and it won't have any problems uploading. If you go back and watch it, if you want to practice that part. I know sometimes we fight service out here in the country. And I always just say a prayer when I need it to come through for me. If God is somehow involved with Wi-Fi.
It couldn't be, it would be working better.
Oh, let's create tension and just realize we don't like that tension, so let it go. Tense and relax. Too often we're holding tension and don't even realize. We let it go and go, oh, that feels so much nicer. Tension can lead to pain, and we don't want pain. Big circle. One more. We take our right fist, and that represents our strength. Our left fingers all together representing our friendship. Let me move my camera. Our thumb end represents our humility. So strength, friendship, and humility. And we put those together in mutual respect. We say namaste. So thank y'all so much. Thank you. I feel like I'm always saying thank you for being patient with me, but I guess we just always have to be patient with each other. Anytime there's something different or any kind of changes, you know, there's always some kind of challenge. And but I didn't want to cancel today. I wanted to still have class, and I knew I could still do it with the wonderful world of technology. So thank you for joining me in my home today. I'll be ma'am.
Thank you, we appreciate it, especially under the challenges that you had today.
Stepping over that sweet little dog, or big, he's really a big dog. But next Tuesday, next week is Thanksgiving, and I plan on having class. Are y'all good to go to be in class?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll be back. I'll be at the office next week. And so, I mean, I have to work. I was just double checking with y'all that y'all didn't have plans. So I will see y'all next Tuesday from the office. And y'all let me know in the meantime if you need anything, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay, love y'all.
Thank you. Love you
Love
too.
you.
Bye-bye.